this TReDS facility is a boon to all the MSME companies, and at least minimum 1% to 2% interest rate you can save when you start using it, both as a customer, as a vendor. So definitely every MSME company has to check and explore this opportunity.
Welcome back to MSME Talk podcast for micro, small, medium enterprise businesses and startups. This short conversation is part of CFO Voices on TReDS, a series part of MSME Talks Industry Insights. In this, you will hear experience and perspective of Mr. S. Dhamarajan, CFO of Premium Mills Coimbatore, who shares real experience of enabling trade receivable electronic discounting system in their business for better cash flow, profitability, business growth, and vendor management. Before we begin, a quick note: the views expressed in this episode are the CFO's personal experiences with India's TReDS system and are not influenced by any specific TReDS platform or MSME Talk. For better experience, I would suggest you to switch to 1.25x speed, and also don't miss to subscribe at the rate MSME Talk on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. Thank you so much, Mr. Dhamarajan, for joining MSME Talk to share your feedback on TReDS facility which you are using. So, Mr. Dhamarajan, can you briefly introduce yourself and your company?
Hi, my name is Dhamarajan. I'm a CFO of this company called Premier Spinning and Weaving Limited. We have 3 group companies under this group. We manufacture yarn as well as the finished fabric. So we are a 7-decade-old company. We are actually based out of Coimbatore, and we generally do around 750 crore turnover.
Okay, very nice. Mr. Dhamarajan, when you first heard about the TReDS, what was your initial perception about it, and did you have any doubts or hesitation about using it and adopting it in your working?
Yeah, actually, when I heard about this facility around 3 years back, that time I had a lot of doubts because I was not knowing about this particular facility. It has been given for this only for actually MSME people. There is a facility like this we can use. It was very new to me, and actually once I learned about it, then all the doubts and hesitations got removed. But definitely, yes, I had a lot of hesitations to do about it.
Okay. So, Mr. Dhamarajan, since you adopted TReDS in your business group, what benefits has your companies experienced? Could you just share any specific benefits across, to our listeners and who are your CFO peers also?
Yeah. Actually, I can list down 3 very important things which had happened. Very good things to overcome this one. One, I actually we buy a lot of cotton. That is our prime raw material. We generally get only around 15 days of time period to pay our vendors. But after we started using TReDS, we got 90-day credit period because we can get the extended credit period through TReDS. This was a very good thing that we got. Then the second one, we got a little lower interest rate than our cost of actually funding. Actually, initially we got around 0.5% lesser interest rate when we started using TReDS, but it will change upon actually every quarter. But we are getting definitely a lesser interest in TReDS facility. This I will say actually one of the thing, and then the third important thing is this facility is a completely 100% not a secured facility. So when you are going for any secured loan or any kind of facility with the bank, this particular facility will be over and above that. So it is actually basically an off-balance sheet item. So you can actually still enjoy all the secured loan facilities from your all your banking things. Apart from that, you can have this as a 100% unsecured facility, which will be very good for any CFO to work with.
Okay, so Mr. Dhamarajan, did you also experience that business turnover also was supported to increase because you started TReDS, so the turnover cycle also improved?
Not really, because this really helped in actually managing our working capital better. So what we did was, earlier we used to cover only 90 days cotton, but since we got an actually extended credit period, we had the liberty to extend our for example, we actually started getting around 120 days cotton or 150 days cotton, which helped actually leveraging the cost.
Okay. And have you seen more profit because supported because of the cost reduction? Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of working capital cost reduction, definitely there is a, uh, I will say around 0.5% to 1.2%, depending upon which quarter, we have definitely saved in our working capital interest.
Okay, so 0.5 to 1.25%
Yeah,
benefit you have saved on the costing of your
yeah.
borrowing. Okay, so Mr. Dhamarajan, are you using TReDS facility actively every month, and do you intend to use it in the future as well?
Yes, we are using it now. Uh, we are using it almost all our MSME vendors. I will say around somewhere around 80% of all our payments are routed only through the TReDS platform, because we deal actually mainly with MSME vendors. So we are also using it as a customer, as a vendor, from actually both the sides. We are continually using it, and it is actually benefiting our company.
Okay, so Mr. Dhamarajan, approximately how many MSMEs are registered as a seller, on for you?
So somewhere around 400 vendors are there in our portal.
Okay, very
Yeah,
nice. Mr. Dhamrajan, you mentioned specifically you're using it as a buyer and seller both, right?
yeah.
So when you started this as a beginning, or how did it happen that you started using it as seller also?
See, actually, we actually started to know about this particular thing through one of our actually customers. So he only actually forced on us that, why can't you actually get into this platform? I will make my payment through this platform. Then after some time, we started using this facility for all our vendors, because in actually both the ways it will help you. One, when you are releasing payment, you will get actually at least 60 days of actually extended credit period with a lesser interest. That is a boon. When if you are actually going to release the payment, that will help you. But if you are a vendor and you are going to get a payment from the customer, you can get an actually early payment from the customer by actually discounting actually your whatever your invoice you have made, you can discount it at a much actually reduced interest rate, and you can get that money as quickly as possible into the system. So in as a vendor, as a customer, in actually both the ways, it is very beneficial for any MSME company.
Okay, very nice. So, Mr. Dhamrajan, which TReDS platform are you working with, and how has been your experience with them?
Yeah, we actually work with the platform called RXIL. Okay, and we are working them for the last all the 3 years, and we are getting an excellent service from them, because in this platform, whenever you get any new vendor, you have to get it registered. It may take around a week, 10 days. It needs a lot of follow with the vendor. And when you are loading any quote for any payment, it needs a lot of coordination with the banks to get bits at the right time. You have to close it within the same day. So all those coordinations, we are getting excellent support from this platform. So we are very happy about it, and we are actually continually using with them.
Okay, very nice. Good to hear that. Mr. Dhamrajan, what would you like to tell other CFOs and MSME company owners who are still not using the TReDS?
Okay. See, I think this particular platform, this particular facility is there for a long time, but I still feel it is not very very much known to everybody. Okay, still a lot of MSME companies are going to bank. Okay, they are getting loan at a very high interest rate, because not actually every company can have an excellent rating. So actually, only when you have a good rating, you can a, a, get actually very good interest rate from the bank. So, but this TReDS facility is a boon to all the MSME companies. and at least minimum 1% to 2% interest rate you can save when you start using it, both as a customer, as a vendor. So definitely every MSME company has to check and explore this opportunity.
Okay, and also the companies who are buying from MSMEs, what the message you would like to give to them, and you're still not on TReDS?
See, actually, they have to use this because this is an excellent tool for all the MSME vendors. Only when they will help the MSME vendors to get their payment as early as possible, they can also actually negotiate a very good term with them. It will be mutually beneficial. See, for example, if anyone will quote any price only with some kind of a working capital, what kind of a working capital they are actually having, what kind of interest they are actually making to the bank or anybody, they will definitely put those costs also into the costing, and then only they will quote to any big company. When any company helps the actually MSME vendors to get this kind of a thing, to get their actually payment as early as possible at a much interest rate is actually very less, then obviously their cost also will come down. It is because this is actually a vicious chain only. When they get benefit, they will pass it on to you. So there should not be any kind of reluctance for anybody actually not to use this platform.
Okay, very nice. And last question to you, Mr. Dhamarajan. What is that one piece of guidance you would share with fellow CFOs on how to get the best out of the TReDS? Like any one secret or any one hack you have learned over the last 3 years and which you would like to give away and
Okay.
share?
Okay. See, when you are actually when you actually get into the TReDS, don't actually limit only with one bank or two banks. Get at least 3 or 4 banks to actually participate in your TReDS portal. So this you can coordinate with your TReDS partner. It can be anybody. So please get 3 or 4 banks to participate in the bid. And you have to actually keep a watch on repo rates. When there is a reduction in repo rate, you have to ask the all the banks also to actually reduce the rates. So there has to be a continuous dialogue, because the actually only when you actually continuously talk to the bidders also, you will get actually maximum benefit out of it. And don't limit yourself with only 1 or 2 banks. Get at least 3 or 4 banks to actually participate. Then there will be some competition within them. You will get some kind of for example, somebody will quote an X percentage, then the next bank will quote actually a small, for example, somewhere around 0.1 to 0.2%, somebody will reduce and quote. So only when there is a small competition, you will get actually the benefit. So this we have been following it up with them.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Dhamarajan,
Thank
for
you.
giving your time and sharing your experience of using TReDS and inspiring other CFOs of the large company who are not using it, or the MSMEs and the MSME owners to explore using TReDS. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Trupti. Thank you.
Dear listeners, since last 3 years, you have been listening to MSME Talk audio podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, etc. Now it is available in video format on YouTube as well. Also, I would like to tell that more information and updates are not covered on podcast, for which you have to ensure that you subscribe our newsletter and follow us on social media. Links are given in description.